What's up, everyone? Elder Magi Efficio here, and it's time for me to give you guys a pretty interesting update on everything that's been going on. So, as you guys know, that I was going to start doing a small investment raise, more of like inner circle, family, friends kind of thing. And a friend of mine pointed out to me, instead of doing that, you could just go ahead and make it a public raise, because regardless, you're going to have to file for a Reg CF, which is something you have to file with the SEC when you're dealing with a security, which is what this NFT collection would be. And instead of us going ahead and making it a private investment, we're making it a public investment. So that means you guys will directly be able to get some equity in our smart contracts. And let's go into how this is going to work, right? So we're launching the Astheon, the Astheon's Insignia. The Astheon is an NFT collection for you to be able to actually have a piece in the company. Each NFT is going to grant you the title of Astheon, and then that actually comes with a lot of different things. It's not going to just come with equity and a few of our assets in the game, and we'll go over those assets in a moment, but it also goes into aspects of the game itself and getting you real estate and citizenship in the central core of the game's capital, right? So you have the citizenship in the galaxy of Elysium, star system Hoshidori, planet Seraphel, and nation Illuminara. So Illuminara is going to be the capital of Animus Regnum, basically. I'm sure you guys who have been watching these videos already know that I've actually been trying to work on something like this for a while now, so I finally was able to come up with something that was efficient. Now, other than that, beyond your citizenship in all four of these layers, because you're not just granted citizenship in the nation, you're also granted citizenship to the planet, to the star system, and the galaxy. So there's multiple layers of citizenship you're capable of passing through later in the game, which will become harder for you to actually move through. And then you also have the privilege of creating a unique character called the Luminari. And the Luminari is a special race of characters that I'm going to be making that are comparable to that of the Ancients. The Ancients will still be older and more powerful and more unique, but the Luminari are going to be another layer of godlike characters. Now, the benefits don't get done there, honestly. I've been like, all right, so we talked about the equity, right? So they're going to have 15% in real estate, gold, and silver divided amongst these NFTs. So all of our revenue that we generate from real estate, gold, and silver transactions in our game, you'll be getting 15% divided up across all of those NFTs. So each NFT will work a certain way. So let's go into that a little bit, right? As you can see right here, this document in front of you guys is going a bit over this. Let me actually bring it up because I'm being a plebeian. Boop, there we go. This document right here, right? So, the Astheon Insignia NFT is more than a digital asset. It is a unique investment opportunity that bridges the gap between the virtual and real worlds. As a holder of this NFT, you will benefit from a revolutionary revenue share model that offers a share of the equity from our real estate, gold, and silver revenues. Here's how it works. Each Astheon's Insignia NFT represents a 0.001928 so on percent share in each of these three assets. That means for every dollar of revenue generated by these assets, you will receive 0.00192% so on of that dollar. To give you an idea of the potential earnings, let's consider a scenario where the total revenue generated by these assets in a given period is $1 million, right? In this case, your share as an NFT holder would be $19.29 per asset, totaling $57 across all three assets. This model provides a unique opportunity for the NFT holders to benefit from the success of the game, creating a strong link between the game world and the real world. It is a groundbreaking approach that we will believe will add significant value to the Astheon's Insignia NFTs. So you guys will be able to read this document yourselves as well. I'm going to be sharing with this with you shortly. I'm just polishing up a very few things in this, but the main thing I want to show you guys here is the potential for each NFT. So first of all, each NFT is going to be 0.015 Ethereum, around that price, so $25 a pop basically. And there's going to be 7,777 of them. That's why you're going to get this number. So this is the reason why I have to edit this a little bit, because it needs to explain the division of the number and why you're getting this divided amongst these assets, right? So it's not perfected. Once it's perfected, I'll share it with you guys publicly, like in the Discord, so you can look at it, and it's going to be more open for people to see as a collective, because we're just reviewing it as a whole right now. But I mainly want you guys to see this, where the total revenue from our game that we generate from gold, silver, and real estate, right? If you have heard of Axie Infinity before, Axie Infinity was capable of generating $2.2 billion of transaction volume. I don't think it was revenue; it was transactional volume in September 2021, when NFTs were getting pretty hype. So, with that being said, what we want to do is kind of like think about, they didn't really have an economy that was well structured. They ended up being a Ponzi scheme, and that didn't really work out too well for them, which is the reason why their economy completely collapsed. I've figured out a way that actually can work for the NFT community, gaming blockchain community, to create games where you can utilize assets in these games effectively without actually having all these different layers get in the way of an MMO, such as chopping down a tree and having to pick up assets in the game, and then you have to constantly confirm those assets, or even having the issue if you die in a game where you're supposed to be able to have PvP and like Rust, where you can rob players of their inventory and things like that. That's not possible on a blockchain game, because usually if you have a wallet but both players have to confirm transactions from, then no one's going to confirm the transactions from another player trying to steal anything from them. And with that being the case, you have to address those issues through other mechanics. I have figured out these mechanics. It took me a while to put it down on paper, but I've already known how to do these things. But now I'm putting them out on paper so that way I can bring it over to Japan. And when we go to Japan to start developing the game, they'll have a clear idea of how this technology works. And I've already been sharing it with a few people in our community who have a glimpse at it. If you want to learn more about this technology, you can come into our Discord, because I trust my community the most to keep my information to us, you know what I mean? Because we don't need the whole world knowing about everything we do until we do it. So, other than that, let's look at some of these numbers here. So if you were to own one NFT and we had $1 million in revenue, as you can see, you would get $57 total, because that's $19 per asset. If you had 10 of them, that's $192,578 for the total earnings for $1 million. So keep that in mind. As we grow, you grow, and that's just for each NFT. Being that each NFT costs you $25 for you to for the possibility of you making your return very easily, honestly, if we succeed with our game. And that's not something I see like, I am doing everything in my goddamn power to make this game a reality, because it's my goddamn dream. So you guys know that I'm very serious about this. There's not a single fucking thing that's going to stop me when it comes down to making this shit a reality, because it's going to change everything for the better. Everyone's going to be able to benefit from this experience. So that goes for everyone involved, like every party involved. We all need a better place where people have a future where we can actually generate revenue, especially with technology evolving the way it is. Not many people are going to have jobs. So what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to create experiences that can generate revenue like this. This will be one of those ways that we can generate and push the fucking situation where we don't have to worry about being broke while all the AI take over jobs like construction and shit like that, where we thought we wouldn't, have, people couldn't be replaced in jobs like that, which they will be very soon. So regardless, let's not get over into that conversation. I really want to focus more so on, what we can provide for our community, because I want to tell you guys this first, because I knew you've been waiting for an opportunity like this probably. I'm not sure why I haven't thought of this already. It's just I was probably not really up to dealing with the SEC and everything like that as if I didn't really need to. But since I already decided to do that when I started this investment opportunity, I said, fuck it, we'll just go ahead, file a regulation CF, make it a crowdfunding opportunity, and then just present it to our community and make it a collection where you guys can obtain value from just helping us build this game from the very beginning. So also, token holders, you're going to have primary access. So you guys, I will not be giving the same limits to the public. You guys will have you will be able to buy a lot more of these NFTs. So if you own any of our NFTs already and are already in our Discord and holding any of our tokens, you will be able to buy more of these than anyone else. Plain and simple, because you've already shown your loyalty and you deserve that reward. Now, these NFTs, like I said, they're going to only be $25 to $30 a pop. Where I'm personally not going to touch what we earn until we have sold out this collection, because what we're doing is this collection is going towards my trip to Japan and hiring the artists we need to have out there to start working on the game full time, because working on it out here has been doing nothing but costing me money, and there's not enough people who understand the technology to make this shit happen. Now, in Japan, $50,000 is about 7 million yen. When we sell out this project, we'll have around $200,000. $50,000 is going to be taken up by around the regulation filings and things like that, just to make sure that we're filed under the securities as appropriately to make sure everything's all good. We're not getting ourselves in trouble. And then from there, 150K, that's going to be going into operational costs, game development costs, legal and regulation costs, accounting, all that basic stuff. I'll have a list broken down for you guys in a bit. That's also going to be in here, what we're going to be spending our money on. And because, I'm sure you guys have seen me work a lot before on this and have been seeing me work on this for the past 2 years, and I can say there's not a single thing that's going to stop me. I've spent a lot of my own personal income separate from the income we've gained from this project to making sure that I can keep pushing this forward, and I will continue to do that. So, this is probably going to be the last time I see us having to really go through such a struggle. I'm going to go to Japan. It's going to save me a ton of money just on living costs and just living expenses. You know what I mean? That's the main thing that's been harming me, is being able to sit down and focus on the game and just get things done. And it's just I personally can't wait until we're actually able to play a closed beta, because that's something that I've been looking forward heavily as well too. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, and I don't want to waste your time when it comes down to waiting anymore. This is something for me that, if the only way this is going to happen is if I try to find the most efficient means of doing so, and I find the right people who actually understand the vision. And if I don't do that, then we won't see the game as quickly as we can. With that being said, I have a lot of knowledge in AI technology. I started another AI company recently to start educating people and companies and benefiting them with AI technology and showing them how to ethically use this technology. And with that, we'll be able to communicate that technology over to our game with those skills. And then that's also something that I plan on funding the game with when I make income from that company as well. So I've been working on as many different angles as possible to make sure that I can continue to feel what we're building, and everything is lining up pretty damn well right now. So with that being said, I don't really feel like there's too much more I can go over right now without getting into too much detail. I will be willing to share information with you guys in the Discord. You just have to hop in the Discord and talk to me there. I'll be releasing this NFT collection hopefully within the next 7 days, because we need to get this shit up and running. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. I'll be talking to a few of my influencer friends and seeing whoever we can get on board, and they'll be able to take a percentage of the marketing equity that we're going to be working with, but we're going to require results, because I'm sure you guys know how many times I've been burned trying to deal with marketing if you've been with this community. So other than that, that's just a about all we really have to do is just make sure we have the right amount of connections, just putting this project in front of the right people. And this is a huge opportunity, you know what I mean? I didn't completely go over all the different assets that you'll be gaining from this again. Let me go over that again. Boop, 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 boop. There should be, yes, so it needs to be a list of things that break down what you guys get in there and all of that. So I'm still working on that, as you guys can see. I'm still perfecting everything as quickly as possible, and I have a lot of work being done on the document that we have going on. But let me go ahead and just rush down to where we... Alright, so... yeah, so you get to create your character, the Luminari. You get your 15% of equity share in gold and silver, but you also get a luxury condo and a Stellos Illuminara, which basically means the City of Light. A Stellos Illuminara is going to be the capital of Animus Regnum. It is the core of the game. It's going to be it's the genesis point of Animus. From that point, all existence will come forward from there in that game. And that's something that, as the game evolves, that central point will become the most advanced center in all of the game. Like, it's just going to be the city of cities. Plain and simple. That's all I'm going to have to say. So when you have a piece of real estate in there, trust me, you will be grateful. Now, once you use these NFTs after you buy them, they're going to be soulbound. They're going to be consumables in the game that once you use them to create your character, to claim that equity, to claim that condo, to claim your citizenship, once all that's claimed, it is soulbound to your wallet. So also make sure later when we make this available in the game and you still have these NFTs, you better make sure you use a hard wallet that you can fully trust and use with our game, that we've recommended to use with our game. Other than that, keep your hands on the NFTs. You can actually trade them if you want, which I personally, don't recommend. I would hold them. But if you want to sell them on the secondary market, you're more than welcome to do that while you haven't claimed them. Once you claim them, they're soulbound. That's how it's going to work. So you have your citizenship that you gain from Elysium, Hoshidori, Seraphel, Illuminara. You get to create your own character, Luminari. You get 15% of real estate, gold and silver revenue share, and then luxury condo and a Stellos Illuminara. Boom. And you get the title of Astheon, which basically means you're one of the people who helped us build the very first city in Animus Regnum. So, my friends, I think that's all I have to say. I'm not sure what else I need to say. I'm going to wrap it up there. Peace out. I appreciate you all. I'm looking forward to being able to share this experience. It's just been a lot of work. A lot of work. So, definitely hit me up in the Discord. Let me know if you have any questions. I have to just perfect this document, as you guys can see, and then finish working on all the other information that I need to get out there. And then once all that's done, then yeah, we'll be able to start really... okay. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Yeah, alright, yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna get back to work. Peace.